Thank you, Natasha, and welcome everyone. I have the distinct pleasure tonight to discuss Harvest Outreach International. Harvest Hands is a distribution center for food donations rescued from growers, food producers, bakers, retailers, and others. Harvest Hands picks up food donations from across southwestern Ontario to their St. Thomas distribution center, where they redistribute the food to a network of more than 120 agencies, including food banks, soup kitchens, missions, emergency shelters, seniors, and others. Since March 2020, Harvest Hands has provided necessary food to tens of thousands of most vulnerable people in the region, and currently providing the equivalent of more than 45,000 meals per month, all of which is supplied at no charge. Harvest Hands is 100% volunteer-driven organization. Please provide a warm welcome to the founder and executive director, Jim Collins.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. To the more than 100 people who care here tonight, I want to thank you for your generosity in making the funds available to all the people that here who want to make a difference. And I also thank you for the opportunity to be able to tell you a little bit about Harvest Hands and what we do. 50% of all the food that is produced in Canada is wasted. At the same time, 1 in 7 Canadians, that's 14% of the population, experience some measure of food insecurity every single day, which is just really a polite way of saying that mom and dad go to bed hungry, as well as the kids. So the extraordinary increase in cost of living have caused many families to seek assistance more than ever before. The food bank in town, London, they will all tell you that the demand is somewhere between 35 and 50%. And those most affected are students, which is 41.8% increase, and seniors 30.9%. So today, 1.5 million Canadians are seeking assistance for food. Our mission at Harvest Hands is to provide food for those in need by finding solutions for both systemic poverty and large food surpluses that coexist in our society. On one hand, you have 50% of the food being wasted. On the other hand, you have 1 in 7 persons experiencing food insecurity. And really all we're doing is just connecting those two entities at either ends of the food spectrum. And by bringing those together, it creates enormous mutual benefits for both. For the recipients of the food, it's obvious. For the grower, the grower, the producer, the manufacturer, nobody wants to grow a product, market it, distribute it, and then throw it into the dump. So there's a real benefit for everyone there. Harvest, early in 2020, we became aware of the increasing number of people in need in our community. And we said simply, there must be more that we can do. We contacted growers, food processors, bakers, and retailers with a really very simple question. It was just at the beginning of COVID, and I remember knocking on windows and yelling through the doors and saying, do you have any surplus product? Do you have any seconds? Do you have any product that's approaching the best before dates? And we were absolutely, we were surprised by the generosity and the willingness of them to go ahead and help us. We are a distribution center for food donations sourced and rescued and gleaned from people who grow, process, and sell products. We pick up fresh and frozen produce, dairy products, baked goods, meat, eggs, dry goods, and others. And all that product that we received we pay nothing for it. It's 100% given to us. So it's very simple. We send our volunteers with the vehicle out to pick up the product. We bring it back to St. Thomas, sort, divide, put it into more manageable sizes, and then we distribute it to 120 different locations throughout southern Ontario, which includes principally food banks, pantries, soup kitchens, mission shelters, residences, seniors, street ministries, prepared meals, kids' lunch, and so on. You would be absolutely amazed of the number of people that care about feeding people. And some of them maybe feed 200 or 300, but there's a lot of people that will take care of 10 or 20 or 30 people. At the moment, we distribute food in 14 counties from Windsor to Oshawa. We serve over 50 agencies just in the St. Thomas, Elgin, London, Middlesex area. And we provide the equivalent of over 45,000 meals on a monthly basis. That doesn't mean we put meals together, but we take the value of the food that we bring in and translate that into meals. Since March 2020, we've received and distributed food valued at $7.9 million. We record every single usable item. We've provided necessary food for tens of thousands of people, and all the food that we deliver, there's no charge for it. We have a small, last summer we had to charge a small amount because of the high cost of fuel, but it works out to about 5% of the value of the food that they receive. Excuse me, our most valuable asset, and that is by far over 100 volunteers who selflessly give from 3 to 45 hours every week just to make a difference. And the range of people, it's amazing. We have individuals, families, businesses, youth groups, political parties, students, service clubs, and seniors, all people who bring their own individual skill set and their experience to that. We had 32 Girl Guides, we have youth groups it's just amazing the number of people that want to help. We have a unique business model in that for those of you who are in business will understand this, we have no product cost and we have no labor cost. However, we do have obviously costs for facilities, warehousing, and transportation. The entire operation is funded by the support of individuals, companies, churches, and foundations, and we receive no ongoing government funding. Our monthly expenses are $25,000 per month. But the interesting thing is that because of that, we are able to provide 3 meals for every $1 donated. And this is only possible because of the food donors and because of the more than 100 dedicated volunteers that I talked about earlier. We're a 100% volunteer organization. Here's just a few of the statistics that you might enjoy. We have collected and distributed 77,000 hamburgers, 19,000 cake mixes, 63,000 containers of yogurt, 26,000 pizza crusts, 303,000 chocolate-covered shortbread cookies. And I mean, the point is, all of this was given to us, and all of this would have ended up in the landfill. We never say no. So one of the ladies at the food bank in St. Thomas said to me, if you're going to go out, this is early on, she said, if you're going to go out and ask for food, you can never say no. That was the very best advice we ever could get. And I'll tell you why, because it makes it possible for us to obtain large quantities of perishable bulk foods they're not easy for smaller organizations. I'm saying we're a big organization, but we have the ability, the training to do that. So it enables us to serve even more people. I remember one time picking up a load of, went down to pick up 3 pallets of tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers down in Kingsville. And when I got there, I was supposed to pick up 3 pallets. When I got there, there was 19 pallets. And we took them all and we got rid of them all, and it really opened up the frontier for us. Food waste is a huge source of greenhouse gases. The 3rd largest source of methane gas in landfills and food waste is the single largest product contained in these landfills. So to date, as I said, we've rescued $7.9 million worth of food, which translates into 6.7 million pounds of greenhouse gas averted. all the perishables that we receive that are beyond salvage is picked up by a local farmer, and he feeds it to the animals. The further reduction of waste. Early in 2023, we will be operating a new commercial production kitchen that will preserve and prepare package additional rescued food, including vegetables, soups, preserves, and other ready-to-go meals. We have recently installed a commercial dehydrator, which was paid for 100% by one of the service clubs here, right here in St. Thomas. So we believe that this new operation will provide a pathway to save even more product. I can honestly say that if we had more time and more resources, we could double the amount of food that we're currently receiving and distributing. And in terms of last week alone, we had 3 organizations, one from the GTA, one from London, and one in this area, came and said, can you help us out? And you'd never imagine where that comes from. Our corporate mandate is to provide food solutions for those in need, always in an atmosphere of dignity and respect. We don't just want to give them a handout of food. We want to be able to give them a hand up to a better future. You say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, in the process of eliminating hunger, we want to support the most vulnerable within the community as we seek practical means to equip individuals and families with skills for independent living. And this is a little bit this is beyond, but this is the principle. We want to be able to teach and train on a relevant aspect of everyday living, including debt management, meal preparation, addiction, building relationships, and so on. You say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, we have, unknowingly, we're affecting tens of thousands of people, and we're starting to brand some of this. We include in with the food buck slips that will direct them back to our website. So anyway, that's a little bit futuristic, but I just want to say that you're welcome to visit our facility. We're over at 122 Edward Street. You're welcome anytime. We're there from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. Give us a call or visit our website at harvesthands.ca. And finally, thank you so much for your time.